So, how's everyone feeling after that result overnight? A 2-1 loss at home to Manchester United. Liverpool being the team, they give them their first back-to-back win in over a year, whatever it's been. Some ridiculous stat like that. And fair enough, that dude who's been growing his hair until United string 2 wins back-to-back can finally cut his hair, and I hope he's got himself a nice trim. Bless. Hopefully it all worked out for the brother. But for Liverpool, there's shit that's going down within the fan base. There's a lot of people talking about Slot out. We need this player gone, that player gone. This player's not good enough. This is on FSG. It's a mess. It's an absolute mess. You could almost say Liverpool are sort of like they're not there yet. I hope they don't end up being there. Bumper microphones. But it's almost like teetering on that prime AFTV phase where it was just people from both sides of the camp argue with one another. But this is the maddest part. We're defending champions. It's not like we're going for a title after so long. We've already done it twice in 5 years. I'm not doing this twice in 31 years bullshit. Nobody does that, right? It's been twice in 5 years. So we've already come from a place of winning. Now it's about retaining and keeping that going because we've never done it in the modern period. The last time we did it was probably, 70s or the 80s, right? Before my time on this planet. Long time ago. But in any case, that's the situation, that's the story out. So I've got 3 videos I want to quickly look at here. A little bit different from the norm. Normally you see me go to like Don Hassam and whatnot. I thought, let's just break it up and look at some others there. Normally you see Redman or, Craig from Anfield Agenda. I'm like, nah, they're the most obvious ones. Let's show some love to some other channels. So, my man, Ends, Football with Ends, big ups to him. Make sure you go to his channel if you haven't already. Subscribe, smash a like, watch some of the content. But man's talking about Salah Slot and Mo Salah potentially needing to leave for Liverpool to prosper. Believe it or not. Let's see quickly what he had to say here because we've got 2 other crackerjackers to get through as well. So big up to Ends. Let's see what he had to say here.
But for this team to get better, for this team to move forward, for this team to evolve, I'm not going to lie, these 2 men might have to get out of here.
Is that a wild statement?
And I want you guys to not react. I want you guys to just let it sink in. Let it sink into your soul for a second. And hear me out, because I'm only going to give you some logic and some facts here, right?
Big up Ends. Now, last season when Salah was doing his whole, I'm staying, I'm going, the club haven't offered me a contract, or it's not what I'm looking for, bloody blah, blah, blah. I was saying it for the longest. No player is bigger than the club. If Salah is not going to get what he wants and Liverpool are not going to, fall to his demands, then thank you very much, Salah. You're a club legend. Appreciate you. Thank you for everything that you've done. But on you go, at the risk of him performing for somebody else. You can't sit there and have a player hold you hostage because, we can't let them go. It's like eventually you have to move on. You have to progress. You've got to do the natural thing, right? Same with Virgil. If Virgil was to leave, it'd be a bigger loss than Salah. But ultimately, it's going to be one of them things where thank you very much for being here, but your time has come and gone, and now that's it, mate. It's a big thank you and goodbye. So I understand that. But the Slot part, that's what I'm not too sure about. Let's listen.
If you're talking about legacy, there's no argument Mo Salah is up there for Liverpool. One of the best to ever grace the Anfield pitch for us. If you're talking about one of the managers to come in and hit the ground running and win a Premier League, Salah Slot, boom, appreciate it. But that's in the past now. We're talking about as it stands in the present, and we live in the present. We don't live in the past. Yes, we can reminisce. Yes, we can have nostalgic moments when we think back and go, okay, that was beautiful when that happened. But we live in the present. And the present is showing me for Mo Salah is inconsistency, not in the game. It feels like we're playing with 10 men. Touch is off. Decision making is off. Meant to be a leader, but isn't really showing me leadership.
What I've been saying for the longest, Salah has not been it. And I said this 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago on Enz's channel as well. I said, what does Salah do when he's not doing anything else? We spend money for attackers to help Salah out. Slot isn't playing these attackers, or when they probably should be playing. And now we're still relying on Mo Salah to do bits for us, but it doesn't make sense.
chances come to you and you're snatching at them, which I don't expect you to. Not creating chances like that.
To be fair, he created the chance for Gakpo, had the snatch at that back post that went wide. But apart from that, and people will say, oh, but Salah did this and Salah did that and da-da-da-da. Okay, but it didn't come off. It's like we're doing the same thing for Wirtz. Oh, but Wirtz was shit. Yeah, but he created this opportunity, this, and he did that. Yeah, okay, but he didn't do anything at the end of the day. So why are we affording Salah that, but not for Wirtz or Gakpo or Ekitike, whoever else it may be? There's clearly a bias towards Salah. And quite frankly, I think people are end of it. It's like saying we want to get rid, but we're at the point where we're saying to ourselves, okay, maybe Salah needs to be rested. Let someone else jump on the pitch and do something because it ain't it. Maybe it might be time for Salah to come on with 10, 15 minutes to go and try and make something happen, bruv.
What are you actually offering us in this season? What are you actually doing in this team to as it stands to earn the right to start every game of football? And then I take your attention to Salah Slot.
Mm-hmm.
This season, what has he shown you so you're confident enough to go, we're gonna go and win everything? I was one of them. I still think we could potentially win the league, and maybe call me naive. Maybe I'm contradicting myself here.
I don't know, man. I'm of the opinion we had to win this game to stay within touching distance, bruv. As it stands now, title race is done for Liverpool, bruv. At this moment in time, there ain't no title defense for Liverpool. That's my stance at this moment in time.
I'm sure you guys will let me know in the comment section. I looked at the players we signed and I was going, do you know what? This team, this squad is beautiful. This squad can go and do some great and amazing stuff.
Should do. Should.
But I look at the gaffer and I go, there's no tactics. There's no style. There's no system. You're not getting the best out of your players. You are not changing things when it's not working.
Compared to last season when you'd see him take players off at half-time and rejig things in the 60th minute, something's not working, okay, let's make a positive change. The other week, 2 weeks ago, we're trying to get a goal against Chelsea, man brings on Endo. Like, what happened to the going for the win aspect of his coaching, bruv? Gone.
You keep Mo Salah on the pitch when he's not performing.
That's the one. You
don't stick to an 11 and see how it runs for a few games. And when you did do that, we went back-to-back games where we kept a clean sheet and we won 1-0. I don't know who our set-piece takers are because it feels like everyone just has a go. And I'm just like, no, I don't think it should be like that. I don't know what the best... you don't know what your best 11 is. So I've already got 9 things here, sorry.
Might wrap it up there. Show and some love. But, I mean, what he's saying there isn't exactly out of the realms of reality. It is quite bad at the moment. And I know Liverpool fans are probably thinking like, yeah, but it's okay. It's calm. It's chill. It's relaxed. Like, is it really, though? How long are we going to put up with this before we say, all right, enough's enough? Like, we're winning games. We're thinking, yeah, it's all cool and well. And then we lose a game or two and we're like, all right, well, we'll get back into the swing of things. But to get back into the swing of things, you're expecting a positive change from your manager. But the manager... the only thing is kept consistent is arguably the centre-back pairing, and that's that. The forward line has changed. The midfield changes every single game. Confidence in his players is gone, bruv. Wirtz should have started this game, bruv. This was the game for Florian Wirtz. Instead, he starts with McAllister. Even though he scored a couple of goals for Argentina, still, maybe the man just wasn't up for the game, but he started him for whatever reason. And arguably with Isak up front, Wirtz would have been the better option, but it wasn't to be. And we know the outcome. Anyways, let's move over to Jamie Phillips, Liverpool Chats TV. Big up Jamie Phillips. He had something to say about Salah Slot as well. And mind you, these are diehard Liverpool fans, you know, positive but also realistic and call shit out when it needs to be called out. I don't know, it's a bit premature for these conversations, but some people are already having them. It's not to say they are in or out. They're just posing the question.
So Slot's going to look at that and go, right, if my players took 70% of them chances, we win this game of football. That is what he's going to say. That is going to be literally what he says. And look, he's not incorrect. The thing is, though, he's not wrong, right?
Basically, Jamie's saying he's going to look at the positives and leave the negatives behind. He's going to say, well, we created 5 chances and yeah, we should have scored, at least 2 or 3 of those 5 chances. We win that game. Okay, but what about the opposition? What about Manchester United or Palace before that? Or even Chelsea, Galatasaray, who had opportunities themselves to go on and score more goals, and ultimately 2 of those teams did because of our mistakes and our errors. Defensively, in the shape, build-up play, what do we do? Those are the questions that we're asking. So going forward, yes, you go forward, players aren't scoring, that's on the players. There's another round we're going to look at shortly from the Kopish boys. Epic one. But ultimately, defensively and the shape moving forward, that is on the manager. Getting to the goal, that's on the players after that.
I have to make this quite like, he's not wrong in saying that. But at the same time, like I keep saying, we can't look at this one-dimensionally. So if Slot is going to say that, Isaac could have had a couple, Gravenberch could have easily had a hat, Cody Gakpo, should have had a hat trick, Salah missing at the far post on 4 yards. It's all fine. Understandable. Yeah, I get it. You're right.
And fair.
He's not wrong. But at the same time, Man United could have scored 4 or 5 goals themselves. That's the problem. If Slot's going to go down that route of saying we should have taken our opportunities, so should have Man United today. They had 4 or 5 glorious opportunities to score today that they didn't take advantage of.
Exactly. It's just looking at the positives and forgetting about the negatives, bruv. You can't forget the negatives. These are the main gripes that Liverpool fans have. You can forgive a player for missing a chance. You can forgive a player for misplacing a pass, but you can't forgive players for leaving massive gaps in the middle of the pitch where a simple ball through the middle has opposition through a diagonal because we've got our wingers or our wing backs or full backs, whatever the hell they are in the game, up the pitch, a ball over the top, has them running onto it as well, creating an opportunity for themselves. We can't have this, bro. This is why Liverpool fans are saying Salah Slot fix up, because they can see these issues. How can a Premier League winning manager, an Eredivisie manager, not see the issues that are glaringly obvious? Either he's persisting and being stubborn and saying, no, we're going to play this way and we're going to keep playing till we get it right, no matter how many losses it takes. Bruv, depending on the losses, we may be out of a top 4 position, let alone a title race, bruv. Maybe struggling to get into the top 6. Can't allow this to keep going non-stop. Or find your 11 and stick with them. Isak or Ekitike, Wirtz or Szoboszlai. Stop playing Szoboszlai at right back, man. For fuck's sakes, it's done. That was an emergency stopgap. It worked a couple of times. He's like, you know what? Let's keep playing this. No, let's not. We have 2 right backs. When Frimpong came on, already created opportunity that Gakpo missed. Play Frimpong for fuck's sakes. You bought him for a reason.
So we can't look at it like that. It's a system thing. It's a system thing. There's an issue here. There is a big issue there. Slot, I don't think he knows what to do at the moment. He stays. It doesn't look too rattled when he gets interviewed. I'll say that about Arna. He doesn't look like he's sweating, he's mumbling over his words or anything like that. He looks as calm as he always looks, right? So I don't know what he's feeling, but he's got a lot to sort out, man.
Massively. He's got definitely a lot to sort out. Shout out Jamie Phillips there. Link posted down below as well. And finally, on the same sort of lines as what I was saying just previously there with Salah Slot and the players moving forward, let's move over to Team Kopish, where Cal, Matt, and Drifty were doing the player ratings, and then Cal had to jet out, so it was Matt and Drifty. And Drifty basically, I think he said something that I think holds true, but also it's not exactly as straightforward as he says. Let's have a listen.
In general. Yeah. Now you like because Isak is a nice player and Ekitike obviously is the new because you like these players. Now you don't want to necessarily be mad at them. Now you want to blame it all on the manager. Because I'm telling you now, if you was watching that game and those gilt-edged chances all fell to Nunes and Diaz and they were missing them, we would not be sitting here and everyone would be crashing on Slot. We'd all be sitting there saying, these men are shit. They're not fucking good enough for Liverpool. Get them out my team. Because I watched it happen while they were here.
He's got a point. It's basically saying if the Isak chances, the Gakpo chances, and Salah chances all fell to Diaz and Darwin, for example, everyone would be fuming and saying, well, it's not the manager's fault, it's the player's fault. When I'm saying the player's fault because they're there in front of goal. They're not making it happen. Manager got you there, or was it individual brilliance? You can make up your minds. Again, for me, the managerial issues is when we have the ball and we're progressing up the pitch. What do we do to get up the pitch? That is the problem. What do we do to defend when the opposition has the ball? That is also the major problem. But Drifty is not exactly wrong here, if I'm being honest.
I watched Diaz and Nunes take the blame all the time when we didn't score goals and we didn't take opportunities. And I'm watching this game now today, and Matt, we actually missed 5 big opportunities.
We did.
5.
We did.
5 big opportunities. How on earth are you going to crash it on the manager totally when we just watched our team fuck up chances that if Nunes and Diaz miss, man will want to put them on a stake and hang them, bro. So
he's not wrong. Drifty is not wrong there. And when we did have the same issues last season with players and chances moving forward and them not scoring, that became an issue where we were looking at it and we're thinking, okay, with better players, maybe arguably this team performs better and we don't have the same problems. Well, we've got better players. Actually, we have better players. Maybe now there's a bit of revisionism on Diaz, not Darwin, but Diaz. But factually, we've got better players and it's just not working. But where are the chances being created for Isak? Where are the chances being created for him when he's up striker? Ekitika will drop back, but he occupies the same space as Wirtz, which is why we say you can't have them two operating the same pitch because they get in each other's way. Isak will at least stay up, but you have to give the ball to Isak for him to do his thing. Anyways, one final thing to look at here, same from Kopish as well. There was a super chat here, which Drifty, I wouldn't say crashed out, but he had a almighty rant about this. So the super chat comes in. He says, "Are we still running cover for Slot? He won a prem, but when does that goodwill run out?" So just have a listen to this.
Thomas, we're still running cover for Slot. He won a prem, but when does that goodwill run out? 2 weeks to prep, full squad, same tactics, lineups, top 4 with luck. You never walk alone.
No, but here's the crazy thing. And I'm not even trying to have a go at my man who just sent in a super chat. Listen to this. He said, Slot won the league. When does that credit run out? He won the fucking league. Like, can everybody just take a step back? You were all allowed your opinions.
Hey, Drift, don't crash out. Now's not the time to crash out.
But if you're going to voice your opinion publicly, if you're going to voice your opinion publicly, then you're allowed to be criticized the same way people criticize us, right, Matt?
100%, I agree. Drifty is 100% bang on there. If you're dropping a comment like that, we can critique it the same way comments critique what we say in my comments and live chats and things like that. 100% agree with Drifty on that. 100%. But yes, Slot won the league. But again, to the point, how much leeway do you give Arne Slot? Obviously, you give him a season. And we FSG are talking about giving him an extension. They want to tie him down now while he's still here because he's only got like a year left after this year, whatever. He's only a 3-year deal. Like, do we really want to be tying man down with performances like this? It's the ultimate question. Let's keep going.
We get criticized when we say things. If you publicly say something, then we've only won the league twice in 31 years. And Slot is
twice in 5. I'm not doing this 31 years. It's twice in 5, okay? We're better than that.
To discredit the win because we're playing badly now is fucking ludicrous. He came in and took over from what everybody deemed as one of the toughest things to do in the world. From a beloved icon at the club. He did it seamlessly. He changed things. He tweaked things. He showed tactically how good he was last season. We win the league. And then all of a sudden, now we're not playing well. It was Klopp's team and Slot is clueless. Fucking missed me out.
It's funny though, because that 23-24 season when we were leading and then fell short again, there was a bit where it was like, okay, well, maybe Jurgen Klopp has taken his team as far as it can go. The team isn't good enough. It needs a fresh set of ideas, fresh eyes to overlook the team and whatnot. And then Arne Slot comes in there and he wins it. And it's like, oh, well, we had a world-class squad already. Well, Arne Slot inherited a world-class squad. Well, if he inherited a world-class squad and Klopp couldn't win with that team, maybe Arne Slot did something that Klopp couldn't do. So you got to give him credit for that. Because if the same team, bar Chiesa, couldn't win it in the 23-24 season, when we were so close, what does it say about the manager? Arne Slot did something right. World-class squad, inherited, whatever. Klopp left us in good hands. Whichever side of that fence you sit on there, Slot came in and he did an absolute mazza.
Missed me out. Is he getting things wrong? Yes. But how the fuck does a manager who dealt with everything he had to deal with last year seamlessly now become a shit manager because we're not playing well? Like, fuck it, what? So again, you're allowed your opinion, but fucking give your head a wobble when you say things like Slot out.
Yeah, I don't know about the Slot out thing. Obviously, some others are already on that train or bandwagon or whatever you had to put behind it. For me, I'm thinking, okay, you've won us the league. FSG have spent a lot of money to back you and build this squad for the next, 3 to 5 seasons. So something's got to give. If not this season, maybe we go again next season. Yeah, we're going to turn into that Liverpool again. But to say he's a shit manager now because of a string of 4 bad games, because of 4 losses, mind you, or 3 in the league, now all of a sudden we're going to do the whole thing of saying Slot's not a good manager, he just fluked it last season. Right? You can't fluke a 38-game season. It's like when Leicester won the league. You can say, oh, they fluked it, but they had to do something right in order for them to get the wins that they got, bruv. You had to do something. You got to get your tactics spot on, play to the strengths of your players, know what to do and when to do it, and that's what Slot did well last season. This season so far, went off to a flyer, but at the moment now it's sort of like, petered down a little bit there. So I can understand why Drifty's angry, crashing out, getting emotional, whatever you want to say, because Slot won us the league, and now it's like, I was all Klopp hype, Klopp juice ran out, Arne Slot's a fraud, etc., etc.
Slot ain't good. Slot doesn't know what he's doing. What? Fucking hell. Is winning the league easy? Because if winning the league was easy, then we would have done it more than twice in 31 years, and we wouldn't always be saying, you know what I mean? Oh, shit, man. Fucking hell, it's a marathon. Winning the league ain't easy. And he did it. He won the league. So all of a sudden, the Slot out and he ain't good enough. So how do you win the league if you're not good enough? And you know what? If it was Slot's team, Klopp's team, bro, I remember people telling me Klopp weren't good enough anymore and Klopp should go. I remember this same fucking conversation.
Where's Tom Little? Jurgen, mate, I love you, but it's time to go. Shout out Tom Little.
About 2 years ago, that Klopp weren't good enough and Klopp should go. And Klopp's recruitment is terrible and Klopp doesn't know what to do. If Klopp's recruitment is terrible, why did he leave a team for Slot to win? Make your fucking mind up.
It's a fair point. Shout out Drifty. Shout out Matt, by the way. All-star performance there. Links posted down below. It's a fair point. What does Slot need to do now in order to make this all correct? Well, first of all, play with a formation that suits the players you put on the pitch and don't do stupid things. If you want to press, put players on that will press. If you want to play down the wings, put players on that will play down the wings. You can't be doing this, I'm a fullback, but I'm going to go invert, one of the wanker terms of the current football, and go from out wide into the middle of the pitch now. Excuse me, to accommodate for whatever the bullshit may be. Let's just go back to basics, bro. Go back to what worked. A bit mad. People are still crashing out. People are doing banter and shamelessness and all that bullshit. I'm not here for that. I'm here for proper conversations. Shout out to you fine people. Shout out to Enz. Shout out to Jamie. Shout out to Matt and Drifty from KOPISH. Links posted down below. Let me know your thoughts. If you're a Liverpool fan, what do you make of this? Give Slot the season? Do we need more players in January? What does he need to do? Do we need to drop Salah, for example? I think we drop Salah because man ain't performing at the moment. But then what do you do? Who do you put on? Chiesa? Fucking give Chiesa a run, bruv. Gakpo, on another day, bags himself a Hattie. We win this game. But that's all dependent on Liverpool's defensive work and how we deal with United and the ops, which at the moment hasn't been great. Because if not for Alisson, who is the only player injured at the moment, as far as I can tell, that Palace game would have been a massacre in the first half. Crazy work. Anyways, that's it from me. Peace out, everybody. Links posted down below.